That's the thing. Like, a lot of times people in our generation are so quick to throw in the towel. Like, people used to have their husbands go to war, and they would make it work where he would be gone for a year at a time. And nowadays we're getting divorced over what? A messy house? Chores?
It's as Pearl says, people in this generation find reasons to quit rather than find reasons to stay and grow. The trust between men and women has never been this low in our lifetimes. We are all aware that with time, marriages typically lose their allure and worth. Men have grown weary of women as more and more of them reveal their true natures and how they trick them into marriages so they may live off of their resources while they monkey branch from one male to the next. However, the primary cause of the rise in non-intimate marriages is that women no longer want to be women. There, I did say it. Based on falsehoods spread by the awakened feminist ideology, women seek to adopt the gender role of males and want to behave in a masculine way in order to seize authority. I have covered this in several of our earlier videos. With a huge demand for women and a large supply of men, the economics of dating applications like Tinder operates on a lopsided demand and supply. Because there are so few males available, women have a lot of power online because they are in charge and can pick among thousands of men for every female. It is like economics, really. Due to the very high demand for women, the supply and demand of dating apps favor women. And for this reason, modern Western guys avoid marriage. They believe that the only thing modern women can provide for men is proximity. Women supposedly lack prior cooking experience. Compared to their moms or grandparents, they no longer have stereotypically feminine skills like making a delectable dinner. They typically bemoan that most women have kids from prior unions, relationships, and sporadically other dads. They may witness women with a lot of beta guys circling about them on social media, especially on platforms like Instagram, and, I believe, Snapchat, where women act in an attention-seeking manner and receive a lot of attention every day. They essentially share provocative images to draw attention from strangers. What can women do to change this? Why aren't guys getting married anymore? The legal repercussions of marriage in the current climate are so severe that many men find it difficult even to consider getting married. The issue with it is that it especially has more to do with the West than other regions, such as Russia, Asia, or even Eastern Europe. Therefore, as family law has advanced and changed through time, it has become a situation where men face very high risk and little return from marriage. That is one of the issues that men have with marriage. Family law has advanced to the point where it is very high risk, but a poor return for men, and low risk, but a great reward for women, particularly if they want to leave it. 8 out of 10 divorces are initially started by women rather than men. We all understand that even the thought of divorce equals the end of a relationship. Consequently, if you find yourself in a marital situation, and it doesn't even have to be marriage related, in many Western nations, if you live together for a long enough time, the state will recognize it as a common law marriage. They will also regard your split as a marriage since, by law, they treat it as a marriage. It then includes child custody arrangements and marital assets that are intended to benefit women. This brings up another problem that males have. Why should I get married when I see so many fathers losing their parental rights? They just end up losing a major chunk of their paycheck, sending money to their ex-wife, and then seeing how severely their relationship with their children deteriorates. For a good reason, such women are referred to as divorce machines. I'm not sure whether there is a solution or a method to get around the fact that men are purposefully and strategically avoiding marriage. As several guys have often asked me, how can you satisfy the biological want to pass on your seed? I've kind of touched on this subject from time to time and discussed some other possibilities as well. By nature, men are designed to scatter their seed, while women are designed to basically seek the highest value men with who they can intertwine and use up their resources. Although there are two distinct dynamics, the status of family law is so dismal that it is just not sane from any point of view for a man to live in a situation that the state considers to be a married arrangement. Why would you put yourself in a position where the state might decide what happens to your assets, monthly income, and parental access? In addition, family law is constructed in a way that disincentives women from acting fairly or in the children's best interests. This is also part of the problem. The way family law is established is intended to maximize their hypergamous nature when they divorce, and as you probably already know, women are always seeking stability. They are always seeking upgrades to where they are at. I'll give you an excellent example now. I'm aware that some women may point out that their divorces didn't go that way, and that they had to pay the man. It's all right. That could also occur sometimes. However, because of the nature of the intimacy market and how men and women connect, guys frequently find themselves in situations where they meet attractive women who end up marrying them. Meaning that when they get married, the guys are a few points higher than them. However, when the divorce occurs, she wants to maintain her position, and hence retaliates through the divorce and as a result, ends up with his finances and assets. In the end, it comes down to the fact that males struggle to satisfy their biological urges, and women are doing nothing to change it. As an example, the indigenous couldn't accomplish much with their spears and wooden arrows when the white European settlers arrived in North America and began to use their cannons and rifles against them. They were at a disadvantage. That's the situation men face in marriage. The whole legal system is designed to fire cannons at them, while they're only given spears to defend themselves. Women dominate the intimacy market at the time of departure or divorce. And until the boys are also given incentives, nothing will improve. If we want to solve this problem and encourage men to get married in our culture, we must give them incentives throughout this process. Men now understand that the odds are against them in the game. By getting married, they run the danger of losing all they've worked for, including their home, vehicles, money, and self-esteem. In addition, the judicial system is designed such that women always receive advantages and are presumed to be innocent unless proven guilty. So, there's a lot that needs to change first. But I don't think anything's going to change in my lifetime at least. I think it's only going to get worse for men. We frequently witness situations when men are singled out, made to answer for their actions, and told that because they have a good income, they should give their wives or live-in girlfriends an allowance. You give them a particular sum of money. It's insane that men are now beginning to be seen as financial violators and punished for mistreating their spouses by placing them on a budget. Feminism has progressed to the point where, in my opinion, it no longer achieves the gender equality it previously did when, as you are aware, women wanted to vote, own cars, and have jobs. Now they own that. But in my perspective, any movement must either succeed in achieving its objective or terminate. However, the problem with feminism is that it has developed into a toxic form in which it has become a supremacist movement determined to destroy Western civilization. Atomic families are being destroyed by it. Males are delaying marriage. Women are changing to become more manly. Males are changing to become more feminine. So, the other side of marriages that you don't see is where women are cheating on their husbands without the husbands knowing anything about it as they slave away their time to make sure there's food on the table and bills paid for the family. And the women boast about feminism and being equal while they're cheating on the side, happily enjoying the resources gifted to them by their husbands, and the pleasure provided to them by the playboy they spend their weekends with. Such a shame. We could go on forever, but in all honesty, women, it's now up to you whether you want to do anything to encourage more men to pursue marriage. Since marriage will eventually become obsolete, there won't be as many kids around, and men and women will no longer connect in the same way. What a peculiar future we are facing. Thanks for watching Man Reacts. Show us your love and support by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. And let us know your thoughts on this in the comments. We're always up for a healthy debate and discussion.